Hello, everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 15 College Football Playoff. We are back for the CFP Fiesta Bowl quarterfinal. The winner of this game is headed to the Rose Bowl to face Nebraska. Let me know if you can hear me. This is a big-time game. If you missed the first two games earlier in the day, those VODs are already live. So right after these games, you can go over there and watch them. All the highlight videos will be uploaded later tonight as well. And a few announcements. Our semifinals, the Rose Bowl and the Orange Bowl, will be on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern and 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And then our national championship will be Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here live on Twitch. So don't want to miss out on any of the action. Use that Twitch Prime sub so you don't get any ads or anything. And you help support our national championship trophy. If Fresno State can do it here today, that will guarantee a user will be sent a national championship trophy in the mail. So great time here. We've got the Fiesta Bowl. I cannot wait to see Chadley Brown and company. So let's get on into it. Oh, baby. We had some great games earlier. Hoping for some better ones. We had a poor offensive showing in the first one, and then our second one was a bit of a blowout, the heaviest lopsided game of the CFP so far. But we are here with the surprising USC Trojans. Won the Pac-12, had to play a home game against Buffalo, who historically is a very good team, and they dominated them. Now, they didn't score in the second half, but they played very, very well. Terrence House was electric through the air, and running back Brandon Sanders here, also Brandon Ashley. Those two guys were really good as well. But the standout player for this team was not Bobson Dugna. It doesn't seem like he's playing, but Bernard Johnson, Caleb Mitchell, and the breakout player Nick Mixon was electric. He had, I believe, like 150-plus yards or so. So he is the man to watch in the slot. At tight end, they got Ken Gilliam, also Brent Gardner. Their offensive line looks like this, a little bit weaker than some of the other teams we've been seeing across the country, but still very, very serviceable. And on the defensive side, they got Aaron Brown. They've got Aaron Bell. In the middle, they've got Rodney Jones. And then the linebackers, they got Kevin Henderson, Scott Joseph, and Justin Washington. Now on the outside, Lamar Rooney, Sharif Simpkins, and Charles Larson. Very good bunch here. They had Buffalo in some rough situations, some rough spots. And out back, you got Chris Cook and Dylon Sarnecki, the SFA player. So while the front seven may not be the best for USC, they do have an elite secondary. And they have two SFA players for special teamers. They got Dylan Grimmer, the kicker, and they have Thumper Jones, the punter. He pinned Buffalo inside the 5 one time there, so watch out for him. But this team now goes down to the Fiesta Bowl, 6-hour, 7-hour drive, and they are facing Coach Kennelly and Fresno State. Let me go find them, as they are the winners of the Mountain West, the best record in the country at 12-1, led by the highest-rated quarterback in the country and the O'Brien winner, Chadley Brown, the SFA player. Here we go. Is his chance to shine. He does have a bit of speed here, but we'll see how he plays today. The running back is Ben McDonald. We haven't seen this team too much, so going to be a very interesting dynamic on how they play today. But Marvin Butler's the redshirt senior. You got Marcus Mitchell and Michael Williams here. Might see some Michael Bishop as well. Tight end, Fred Hart. We've seen this man before. He's made some highlight-worthy plays in the past, so we'll see what he does today. And their offensive line looks like this. You got Jason Todd, Jeffrey Sampson, Scott Neal, Andre Carlton, and Craig Canyon. Pretty good right side there, but just a little bit worse than USC's. So this game, definitely a battle of the lesser front trenches, really, on both sides. But on defense, the SFA player Tango Sadiqui. On the other side, Eric Pennington. And in the middle, Ricky Johnson and Mario Phillips. At linebacker, they got Trey Holt, Jonathan Jackson, and Patrick Clark. At corner, you got Ben Coles, Frank Scott, Matt Reed, and Roman Williams. A pretty deep core here. Whoever's lined up in the slot, looks like it's going to be Matt Reed. He's going to have a tall task to handle Mixon. And at safety, the SFA reject, Marcus Vilma, brought in by Coach Kennelly. We'll see what he can do in the back there. and Michael George on the other side. And their kicker is Ian Cross. He is a senior, 20 of 27 on the year. Good power, good accuracy, seems to be A-okay. So that's the way the rosters stack up here as we're going to get into the game. We're on our last day. We're in the home stretch of our 3-day extravaganza here. And it's going to be a very fun game. Historically, these 12-1, very high-level G5 teams haven't been able to win these games. However, we'll see if they can handle it against USC. So if you're here, Coach Kennelly, let me know if you want any special kind of jerseys. Otherwise, we'll just go the base. USC has to go with their white ones because they don't really have any jersey options in this game. But we're going to start with a record or a prediction here. Who do you have winning this game? Do you think it's going to be the number 2 seed, Fresno State? We already saw number 1 seed Michigan go down, so highest seed remaining. Or will USC continue their run here? So we got 2 minutes here. Let me get my thumbnail before we get on into it. The all whites for Fresno State. Interesting. So you're going to give USC the reds. All right. Thank you for the sub. Hold on, I can't see the screen. Who was that? That was Cryo. Thank you. Gifting Fresno State his sub. Cryo with 37 gifts. God damn. Thank you. Subs have been going nutty lately. I think this is up there with one of our best months ever. We have 40 current subscribers. Yes, Cryo is my sugar daddy. Too bad does not translate to wins on the field. All right, so he wants the all whites. Very interesting. Now, do you want the logo? Do you want the script? Do you want the logo or the script on the side of the helmet? That's your question, as they got to go now with those all reds. The script white. Beautiful. All right. So, pretty even here, actually, though, on paper. I mean, it's only a 5 overall difference. And remember, overall's nothing but a number. Fresno State, without a doubt, has the best rated quarterback in the country. So, Chadley Brown, can he will this team to a national championship? Very interesting scenario. USC, kind of out of nowhere. Everybody's saying the Pac-12 is bad, but guess what? Sunbelt's not in the game or in the running anymore. USC is. Pac-12, they could do it. So let's see what happens. We are going live. Prediction is closing. Here we go. We only have 5 games left here in Season 15 and in the NCAA 14 era. I cannot believe it. It's going to go in a blink of an eye, but it also feels like the longest wait ever for the new game, which we will be playing in exactly 1 week and 2 hours from today. Oh, these white jerseys actually look so crispy. Good call there. Even though you give up the home jerseys to USC, that's okay. Here we go. The number 2 pass offense in the country, second into only Cincinnati. These two teams were heavily compared all season long, Fresno State and Cincy. Cincy took Baylor down to the wire, lost on a last-second touchdown, so we'll see if Fresno State can be competitive here. We are in Arizona, so short trip here for both these teams, a little shorter for USC, but they just came off a game against Buffalo. So we'll see what happens here. State Farm Stadium, one of my favorite stadiums I've been to. Let's get it going. Welcome in if you are watching. And we've got a banger of a Sugar Bowl coming up after this between veteran coach Nick and Flame. That one is can't miss television. But here we go. USC will kick us off in the Fiesta. How will this game end? We got a nice return here. USC very good on the special teams in that first game. You got to watch out for those. So Terrence House coming on out. Terrence House had a big-time game, mixing in the slot, and Brandon Sanders there getting a nice carry to open the game. So my initial question is definitely going to be, how does this Fresno State running defense hold up? How does this defense hold up in general? Are we going to have a heavy offensive game, or will it be a bit more tame? So Terrence House now, second play. They are going to flip it. Mixon is number 88. 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's a dump off, and that goes for 3. I hope we can edit what Bulls are in the playoff next season, but probably not. The new game doesn't seem like there's much flexibility there, which is A-okay. So 2nd and 7 here, already up at the 46. Hand off here to Brandon Sanders. He gets some room. He gets a block. He gets a stiffy and gets a first. No, they call him short. Looks like we got some Mountain West refs here. I thought he got that with ease. So an early 3rd down. Chance for Coach Kennelly. Man in motion. House in the shotgun. Here's the snap they bring for over the middle, and that's going to be a catch. Brent Gardner, the tight end. So 1st and 10 now inside the 40. Nice drive to start with USC. Hand off here to Brandon Sanders. He gets some run and a big hit. Oh my goodness. Laying the boom from Fresno State. It'll be very interesting to see how Fresno State holds up here. Vilma, the only SFA player on this defense, is at that free safety along with Tango Sadiqui on the line. House floating this one. Oh, that's intercepted! Fresno State's going the other way! An early mistake here as Ben Coles brings it in. You never want to be late to the boundary. The Cardinals sin here in the SFA as Ben Coles picks it off. Coach Kennelly loves it. And here he comes. Chadley Brown, created by Coach Fink. Hand off here. That goes nowhere. The junior Chadley Brown was an SFA in-game recruit. Decided to go to Fresno State. He had interest, heavy interest from teams like USC. He's a California prodigy, but ultimately decided to stay in Fresno. So 2nd and 15 here for Chadley. He's going to keep this one. He flips it out. Last second. There's a lot of room. That's a 1st and more. Big gain for Chris Wright. And I'm sure these two teams are linked in a lot of recruiting battles. Probably a bunch of the USC rejects going to Fresno. So trying to prove these high school recruiters wrong. Chadley back in the split. His first give. No, it's going to be a delay grab, and that's a 1 yard. Yep, exactly. Go Lanes, who ended up going to Washington. 2nd and 9. Man in motion. Still no throws from Chadley, and that doesn't get much. So a 3rd and 9 incoming. Heavily anticipating the first throw from Chadley Brown, the best quarterback in the country. Man in motion. Chadley, he's going to throw it over the middle. Hits his man. That's Fred Hart, his go-to guy, his best target, but he's going to be short. Oh, and we're getting aggressive here early, going for it. Oh, baby. Split backs, a delay give, and they're not going to get it. Trying to get some points off the interception, and it turns into a turnover on downs. Yeah, you just got to remind me. Like, DM me, Nick, to make sure I check it. So 1st and 10. That's a quick strike. There's Brandon Sanders inside the 20. And also, as long as you do have a playbook thing ready. Here comes USC right away. The angle route. A killer. First and 10 here for USC in the red zone. The handoff here to Sanders. He's already had a big impact already. This is a USC team who scored all their points in the first half yesterday against Buffalo. And they held on in the second half. House, safety coming in. Gardner in motion. Motion's out, 2nd and 5. Free blitzer, and he's hit! He brings the house down. It's the SFA player, Tango Siddiqui. Big impact. There's only 3 SFA players on this roster, but they all are capable of making plays. 3rd and 13 now. Trying to hold him to a field goal. House, it's going to be a screen. Sanders turns upfield, and he doesn't get there. So here comes field goal formation. It's Dylan Grimmer, the SFA kicker, for a 35-yarder to give him the lead. From right hash, the kick is up, and it is off the upright. Oh, no! The SFA kicker pooping his pants in the Fiesta. Doink! That's a give me. The lights were too bright. Here comes Fresno. Chadley's going to throw it here. Dumps it to Fred Hart. He gets 2. Pistol now for Chadley. 4 wide. Defense playing very far off. Motions the receiver. Hits him. There's Fred Hart. He's down the sideline. 30 yards for Fred Hart. These two guys fit like a glove. Chadley to Fred Hart over and over. We've seen it for years. No raising incoming freshmen. Only existing SFA players or incoming transfers. 1st and 10. Hand off to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Ben McDonald looking good. First and 10, McDonald, and another nice run here inside the 30. So first quarter is scoreless, going back and forth. Fresno State putting up a fight inside the 30. 2nd and short. 4 wide, Hart in the slot. Hart in motion now. Brown with the snap. 4-man rush. Gets it. That's going to be short. Not going to call that a first. 4 for 4 start here for Chadley. 3rd and inches. Makes an adjustment. Handoff here, and that's going to be a first. Welcome in, Coach Cam. First and 10 now. Pistol. Threatening the red zone. Takes the handoff. Chadley has time. Throws that short again. Michael Williams gets about 3 maybe. Now inside the red zone. Knocking on the door. Who will strike first? Split backs here. Play give. Brown throws it. Turns upfield. Broken tackle inside the 5. He's still pushing. Dan Harper inside the 5. Some missed opportunities here for USC. Had the interception. They had the missed field goal. And now they're giving up a Fresno State run here. It's looking good. First and goal. Can Chadley strike first? The handoff. Up the middle and touchdown, Fresno State. It's Ben McDonald. Gives him the lead in the Fiesta. What a drive there from Fresno State as they take an early lead. USC missed opportunities. Fresno State gets them. A date with Nebraska on the line in the Rose Bowl would be pretty much a home game for USC. Fresno State, you already matched Michigan's output. Not hard to do. Coach Kennelly looks pretty old there. First and 10. Split backs for Terrence House. Terrence House going to keep it. We know he has some wiggle. He only gets 5 though. So House trying to settle in. Taking a couple of sacks, threw an interception, missed a field goal. He looks so perfect against Buffalo. This is a weird start. 2nd and 5 now. First quarter ticking away. Brandon Sanders has been elite though. House gonna throw this over the middle. Hits his man. Bernard Johnston gets 11. To be fair, though, Dylan Grimmer was an IGR, but yeah. 1st and 10. Nick Mixon gets his first touch of the day. He had a legendary performance against Buffalo. Dominated them. And that'll do it for the first quarter here in the Fiesta Bowl. Fresno State leads 7-0. Can the defense keep playing clutch? Very interesting start here. Historically, this matchup has been very fun. We had the Minnesota beat TCU game a couple of years ago. Then last year was the famous kind of coming of age moment for Grant Davis when he had that 20-point comeback over Maryland. But 3rd and 8 here. Third and 8, USC. Terrence House. They bring a blitz over. Storm Brave gets home! Jonathan Jackson brings him down. The best play in the game over Storm Brave. Hits home. So punt unit coming on out. So USC in early shambles. They got to figure something out here. Where's your first name, Cryo? So here comes the legendary Chadley Brown. Handoff here to McDonald, and he gets about 4. Second and 6. Chadley throws that behind him out of bounds. First incompletion. Guess he didn't like what he saw. Very interesting to see how Chadley attacks guys like Sharif Simpkins or Dylon Sarnecki, the 2 white guys. 3rd and 6. Chadley dumps that off. Oh, it's dropped by Hart. He had the first. So a 3 and out now for Fresno. USC gets the ball back. And pushed out of bounds. Caleb Mitchell. So very good game so far, very evenly matched. See if USC can find a drive here. They're going to come out in the Wildcat. They scored on this against Buffalo. Watch out for the Brandon Sanders keeper. Ashley in motion. He's going to keep it. And they blow him up in the backfield. They knew it was coming. They watched their film. Second and 8. House back at quarterback. They go completely empty. Here's the snap. It's going to be a wide receiver screen, and he's brought down. Mitchell gets nothing. 3rd and 9 now. Another long 3rd down. Neither team given an inch. The snap. Corner blitz. Doesn't get home. He throws it, and he hits his man. Bernard Johnston. If you're going to get aggressive in blitz, you got to get home. So 1st and 10 now here for USC up at the 45. Got a little bunch going on the left side. Delayed give, and that goes nowhere. Nobody was fooled. Ricky Johnson got in there. Fresno State team is oddly extremely deep at defensive tackle. So a 2nd and 13. Man in motion. They're going to give it to him here, and that's only going to get him about 3. Casey Sellers. So a 3rd and long yet again for the Trojans. They are not making it easy on themselves today. Playing behind the sticks here. They rush 4. Over the middle, hits him. That's Mixon, but he can't get there. 4th down. So decision time for the Trojans. No man's land. They're going for it. Both teams getting aggressive today. Fresno missed on theirs. House makes an adjustment. It's 4th down. They bring a blitz. He yams it to the corner, and it's intercepted! Number 2! It's Ben Coles again! So here comes Fresno State. I mean, he would have been better off just tipping it away, but he wants the sim stats. He's gearing for that cover athlete. So 1st and 10 for Chadley. They hand it off and goes nowhere. They had the dual safety blitz going. Not a good start for USC today. It's going to be a screen pass, and he throws it away. It was covered. Running back can never get a good release there. So 3rd and 8 now for Fresno. Surprising defensive battle going on here. Chadley, they bring a blitz. Floaties, and that's going to be a catch. Michael Williams hangs on. Drive continues. Fresno's loving it. 7 of 10 start here for Chadley. Halfway through the 2nd quarter, jet sweep. Can he find the edge? No, that's going to lose yardage for Wright. Aaron Bell in on the tackle. Nice release there. Tracked him down. Second and 12 now on their own side of the 50. Split backs. It's going to be a screen. Dumps that off. There's some room. He has some blockers. And wait, we got a flag. And that's going to be a clip. Back them up. 2nd and 20.
Still 2nd down.
Tough break there for Fresno now. Kind of ruins this drive. See if they can come back from it. Gonna throw this over the middle, and Michael Williams will get half of it back. So 3rd and 10 now after the penalty. Another 3rd and long. And Chadley floats it deep, and it's tipped away. Sharif Simpkins. So here comes the punt unit now. Gonna give USC another chance here. It is returnable. Caleb Mitchell had a nice return against Buffalo. Here he goes again. It's 12. So very low scoring here. Very similar to our Michigan and Texas game early on today. 1st and 10 now. Gonna audible here to the backfield. It's a handoff and broken tackle. Not much there for Josh Gates. And I believe Josh Gates is a backup quarterback, so he's also, I believe, an athlete. I think he's down on the depth chart. He audibled in there from the wide receiver. I think he might be the number 5 receiver. So 2nd and 10 here. Sadiqui gets a TFL. Third and 14 now. USC is just stumped by this defense. Delayed give, and he's squashed in the backfield. 3 and out. Unbelievable. Just going back and forth with these punts. Nothing doing on either side. Thought if there's going to be a game that was like a super shootout, it would be this one. So we're going to get a return now. Angles this to the sideline. Big hit on Scott. He hangs on. So 2 minutes left. Chadley can add to the lead. They do get the ball after halftime. Free blitzer. Chadley hits his man. Fred Hart. His first catch since the first quarter. Chadley just hung in there. Knew he was going to get hit. Delivered a rocket. Now we got full house. Handoff here. And that's goes nowhere. Well, you know, he gets 5, but doesn't move the sticks. 3rd and inches. 3rd down. Chadley's going to throw this, and that's a strike, and it's caught. Thought for a second he dropped that one, but the drive continues, and that mascot is so ugly. Oh my gosh. Never knew that was such a weird-looking mascot. 1st and 10. Handoff here, and McDonald does nothing with it. 2nd and 11. Chadley has time, delivers it, open man. This could be the running back. And McDonald gets a first. They're going to hurry it up now. 58 seconds, 2 timeouts. Inside 35. Chadley yams it deep. Open man, touchdown, Fresno. He finds Mitchell over the top. And Fresno goes up 2 scores. Beat the non-SFA defenders on the left side. Chris Cook got cooked. And the team with the best record in the country is dominating this first half. We'll see if they can hang on. Should we be putting some more respect on the Mountain West name? I don't know. Mountain West has produced some great teams like San Diego State, like Hawaii. San Diego State is the only Mountain West team to ever make the playoff. See what Fresno can do here. First and 10, 45 seconds for USC. That was risky. He fits it in there. Clock's ticking. They do have all 3 timeouts, though. 2nd and 4. He yams this one, and that's a completion. Now, to be fair, House has completed all of his throws. He's 11 for 13 with 2 interceptions. So let him cook. First and 10, 30 seconds for House. Can USC crawl out of this hole? Just dumps that one off. Hits his man. Gonna get a nice 5. Have plenty of time to spare. Looking for at least a field goal here. Maybe get Dylan Grimmer to settle in. Gonna be a blitz. Dumps that off, and that's gonna be a first. Light a fire skill inside the 40. All out blitz again. House escapes. Sadiqui brings him down. "16 seconds left. No timeouts left. The delay give to Brandon. What is he doing? Sadiqui hits him. Clock is running. What are we doing? Oh, this is a disaster. They're going to have one play. Terrible clock management here. So last play of the first half for USC. Can they find a yam? House has time. Yams it deep. It's a beaut. 3-on-1. Touchdown, USC. Bernard Johnson on the dome. And USC goes into half down 7. It was 3-on-1. He never had a chance. Terrible play calling there from Coach Cannelli, showing his rookiness. Imagine not calling man up 3 deep. So as we hit halftime, folks, it's 14-7 in the Fiesta. Fresno State dominated the half, but they gave up a freebie there. So remember, folks, we have one more game coming after this. We've got the Sugar Bowl between Coach Nick and Coach Flame, 2 SFA greats, Tennessee and Baylor. And then our semifinals will be on Thursday night, one at 7 p.m. and one at 8:30 p.m. And then the national championship will be on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to tune in. And as I'm looking at my clock, folks, College Football 25 comes out in exactly 1 week, 1 hour, and 22 minutes. Hype, hype, hype. So here we go. Second half of the Fiesta. No rushing to speak of here. USC, I mean, I think some of that's sack yardage, but we knew Fresno was going to be heavy in the pass. Seeing if Brandon Sanders can lock in here. They can settle down. So Fresno will get the ball back, so pretty much just like stoppage never happened. USC coming off a touchdown. Fresno on the return. And they get to the 20. So how will Fresno State respond after giving up that tough touchdown at the end of the half? We have a couple of yam tutties here today. Can Fresno State lock in? Why are they showing us highlights right when the half starts? Come on. All right, here we go. First and 10. Chadley keeps it. He cuts upfield. Simpkins on the tackle. Coming up from the corner spot. Who's my pick overall? I picked Nebraska to win the Natty this season. I mean, I had Tennessee in my preseason predictions, but my postseason predictions, I put Nebraska. As there's a nice hit from Dylon Sarnecki. Both SFA players getting involved here in the second half. So third down here for Fresno. USC can get off the field. Coming out in the pistol. Brown has time. They pick up the blitz, but he just throws it away. Going to be a 3 and out. So USC gets what they need. All of the rowdy Fresno fans kind of quieting down now. They might be a little bit worried here. USC starting to lock in. They get a nice return. Gets about 7. First and 10 now, Fresno State. Trying to lock in. Terrence House coming back out after the tutty. They're going to throw this. House delivers a strike, finds Mixon. He's having a rather pedestrian game compared to his one against Buffalo, but makes an impact play there. Just under 8 minutes left here in the third quarter, across the 50 for USC. Plenty of time. House, they bring a blitz. He finds his man, Siddiqui, back in coverage. Interesting call, but he brings him down. Despite some regression in his career, Tango Siddiqui looking pretty good, former 4-star. 2nd and 7. And that's going to be a rush, and House gets about 1. Welcome in, quick Cap'n. Get aggressive with me. What? Not sure what you mean, buddy. 3rd and 6. Safety's coming on down. It's going to be a screen pass to Sanders. They get it to him. He has to break a tackle. He evades. He cuts. And that's a first. Did not look good for a second. Sanders made it happen. Drive continues. Over 200 yards on the day now for House. They're going to flip the play here. Handoff here up the middle for Brandon Sanders. And another nice gain. Do not want to let Brandon Sanders start to find his run. Welcome in, Jay Jettas. First and 10 here. 5 wide. Inside 25, USC. He takes off. House has room. He cuts up the middle. They try to rip it out, but nothing happens. Second and 2 here. 6 minutes left. Nice drive from USC. Try and tie this game up. It's Sanders to the outside. He's brought down by the safety. Michael George having a decent day. Third and 5 now, inside the 20. Third down for USC. House drops back. He has some time. He dumps it short. They try to stop him, and they do. Mixon, it took 5 guys to hold him down. And here comes field goal team, so a chance to redeem himself for Dylan Grimmer. It'll be a 30-yarder from left hash. Will he doink this one? The kick is up, and it's good! All right, USC gets on the board here. I was never going to play Madden, but now that college football is coming out, I will 100% never play Madden. First and 10 for Chadley Brown. They're up 4. They were up by as many as 14. Quick screen out to McDonald. He goes down. Loss of yardage. USC starting to wake up here. It's Been a very interesting matchup. USC started out a bit rattled. Couple of interceptions thrown, a missed field goal. It was a doink. And then Fresno State, they got out to a 14-point lead. But then USC hit a Hail Mary at the end of the half to pull within 7. And then they just got a field goal. So that's where we're at. Chadley Brown here. There's a blitz. He dumps this one off. Dylon Cernecki on the tackle. Third and 7 now. I don't know. These defenses have been surprisingly good. I don't know if it's just a foregone conclusion Nebraska wins this. And that's going to be a 4th down. These defenses are looking on top of their games. Oh, silly, silly Dogwater, you big stupid idiot. But he doesn't know what he's talking about. All right, USC now, they were down 14. They have the chance to take the lead here. Terrence House, lock in, quick option. He gets it out to Brandon Sanders, turns the corner, breaks through Vilma, and gets 9. Dogwater is Dogwater. 2nd and 1. Tight end in motion. House at the 50. 4-man rush over the middle, and it's a completion. Bernard Johnson making some tough catches today. Over 100 yards. So despite the turnovers, Ben Cole is getting cooked in the one-on-one. 1st and 10 here. Man in motion. Fakes the handoff. House keeps it, and he goes down in the backfield. I'm ducking. You're the one who says you can't play on lunch because you got some stupid reports. 2nd and 12. USC, man in motion. The handoff. It's a jet sweep. He turns the corner, gets 6. Exactly. I'm listening to you. Quack, quack, quack. Yak, yak, yak. 3rd and 6 on your dome, chump. Here's House. 3rd and 6. They're going to get to him. Big time sack there from Pennington. All right, here comes Fresno now. They got the stop they needed. Fake punt, please. Nope. All right, Thumper Jones. Can he pin him deep? Did against Buffalo? No, he cannot here. You have a better chance of winning the lottery than me playing Madden. 1st and 10. Chadley Brown floats it to the outside. Hits his man, Fred Hart. His go-to guy. 2nd and 2. Trips right. Handoff to McDonald, and he gets the first. Cernecki gave him the wood, but mark him as a 1st down. Got about 11 minutes left in this game day. Very close matchup so far. Neither team given an inch. 1st and 10 for Chadley. He's going to keep it. He has some room. He has some wheels, and he gets hit-sticked by Dylon Cernecki. Second and 4. 4 wide for Chadley. It's going to be a keeper again. And he is brought down short of the line to gain. Third and 2. Fresno 3rd down. Chadley throws it over the middle, and he finds Fred Hart again. The safety net with another 1st down. Somebody put a man on him. First and 10 now at the 50. Fresno trying to reestablish that 2-score lead. The handoff, they find the edge. No, he's brought down. Big time stop there from the defensive end, Brad Parks. He had that fumble recovery against Buffalo. Big play there. Second and 10 now. Quick option. That goes nowhere. Going backwards is Chadley Brown. It's Aaron Bell. Both defensive ends getting involved here on this drive. And I can feel it as we're starting to get to the nitty-gritty in this 3-day extravaganza. My voice is cooked. 3rd and 14. Last play of the third quarter. Chadley. He has time. Chadley, he's sacked. Down he goes. It's 4th and 1,000,000. And as we head to the fourth quarter, it is a good game here in Phoenix. It's 14-10 Fresno. But USC, can they pull it off? A date with Nebraska in the Rose. Will we get a traditional Pac-12 Big Ten matchup? Even though they're Big 12 in our universe. God, USC playing a virtual home game in the semifinals seems unfair. But kind of the same thing for Fresno. I mean, they're a little farther north, though. Yeah, I thought this was going to be a big-time offensive game, but no. Nathan, tell me to go get a bottle of water. Thank you, Nathan. 1st and 10. It's House. He floats it. That's going to be 9 yards for Mitchell. I've yapped so much, water is not going to help me. 2nd and 1. Man in motion. House hands it to Sanders. Sanders finds a block. He gets the first. That's 2. Yeah, that's not even the most egregious one. Like, I could get behind USC, or I could get behind Oregon and Washington. That makes somewhat sense because they're north, but USC and UCLA, no, and then obviously the ACC dumbness. But we're getting an audible here. Trips right to the short side. First down for House. He takes off. There's a hole up the middle. Sadiqui brings him down from behind. Getting down to the nitty-gritty. Maybe one more mistake decides this one. Empty set. Oh, this is that Vladdy Daddy formation here. Watch number 10. House, though, he takes off. House, and he doesn't get the first. What a hit from the safety. Came in like a missile. Bang! 3rd and 1 now. Fresno State could maintain this lead. Empty for House. He takes off. House tries to find Ruby. Does. Oh, what a move! He stays on his feet inside the 40. Keeps the drive alive. Putting the team on his back. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. It's a handoff. It's a counter. Brandon Sanders hasn't had that big run yet today. Is he due? Sadiqui having a breakout performance. The SFA player coming up clutch. We haven't seen too much of Vilma. 2nd and 3 for House. Quick option. Sadiqui gets one. Oh, the stiffy from Sanders. He escapes inside the 10. That was your moment. The stiffy. Diabolical. It's goal to go. USC can take the lead. Their first lead of the ball game. House. Floats it to Sanders. He turns upfield. He gets inside the 5. 6 minutes left. Here come the Trojans. 2nd and goal. The big nasties on both sides. We've got Wildcat. Sanders, he takes it, and he stops short. Third down for USC. It is crunch time for the Trojans. It's a handoff. Sanders, touchdown, USC! Brandon Sanders gives them the lead. The gut punch for the Bulldogs. The extra point to make this a 3-point game is good. 17 unanswered points for USC. They have taken the lead. Chadley Brown legacy moment. He has 5.5 minutes. They've been able to do nothing here in the second half. Can Chadley Brown find a way? Four wide. Fred Hart moves. Watch out. He's on the inside of that slot. Pistol. Chadley. They bring a blitz. He finds his man. Wide open over the middle. He makes a move and gets 13. This game going to come down to the wire. They hurry it up. Brown to with the snap. Only blitz 3. Throws that to the boundary, and that's Hart for 4. Things are tightening up on both sides. Trips right. The handoff to McDonald. He finds a little bit of room, but he only gets 5. It's going to be a 3rd down. Chance for USC to get a stop. Third and 1. Fresno. Quick option. Chadley goes down! Not like this. Aaron Bell off the edge. And Fresno fans are starting to worry, but they're going for it. They keep the punt team on their sideline. Here we go. It's Chadley over the middle. That's a first. They keep the drive going. The dream is alive for the Mountain West. 1st and 10. Chadley has time, throws it to the corner, and nothing doing. Crunch time here for the Bulldogs. Can Chadley Brown make some magic? Under 4 minutes. They're banking on this drive. Split backs. He keeps it. And Sharif Simpkins comes on down the SFA corner. The 5-star. 3rd and 13. 4 wide. What's the call, Chadley? He's going to throw it. He has time. And he gets sacked. He was going to yam it. It's not looking good now. Are they going to have to punt this? I think you got to go for it, and then you just rely on your timeouts. I think that's the best case here. And they decide to punt. Ugh. I mean, you can't really blame them for the decision. It just hurts. Playing the defense, they're trusting their defense here. We're going to see a return now. It all lies in the hands of the defense. Can they get the ball back to the offensive side? Couple of first downs will end this game for SC. They hand it to Sanders, and he gets blown up. Fresno does not use the timeouts. They want to save one for the back pocket for a rainy day. 2nd and 8. Terrence House. What is the call for USC? It's going to be a keeper. He has some room. He makes a move, and they get him down. It'll be 3rd down. Can they give Chadley one last chance? Man in motion. House in the pistol. They're going to throw it off the play action. He throws it to the corner. Oh, it's incomplete. Clock stops, and they maintain another timeout. The best case scenario for Fresno. So their bank on the punt works. They get the ball back to their offense with one last chance. 2 minutes left. Chadley Brown, 64 yards away. 2 minutes, 2 timeouts. Chadley has time, throws this to the boundary, and gets about 4. Brown has not taken many chances today, but when he has, they've connected. He has a yam for a touchdown, a couple more that went for 30. Split backs, two running backs over the middle, though, hits his man, and that's 10 for Michael Williams. They hurry it up at the 50. Here comes Chadley Brown. The snap, 4-man rush, dumps this short, and a big hit on McDonald goes nowhere. Plenty of time for Fresno State. They can just run their dink and dunk offense all they want. $50 yards away. 90 seconds on the clock. Who's going to make that play to send him to the Rose Bowl? It's Chadley. He breaks one. They've tried to rip it out, and they can't. The risk was great right there. Whew. Almost ripped it out from Chadley. 3rd and 13. This defense has been incredible. They put Sarnecki on Hart. That's the matchup to watch. Brown over the middle, hits the strike in the face of the blitz. It's a 20-yarder. They're in business. 1 minute left. Brown, it's an all-out blitz again to the boundary, and it's caught. They hurry it up. Clock keeps ticking inside the 30. Fringe field goal range. Remember, we could send this to OT. Hart in motion. Brown, it's another blitz. He gets it off. And another stop. USC calling some very risky plays here. 3rd down. Brown. He has all the time in the world. Only 3-man rush. He yams it deep. 50-50. Oh, he hits him! On your dome to take the lead. What a catch! He takes it out of the sky! Unreal! What a yam and what a dome! The definition of on your dome. And USC now has 30 seconds in a dream. They need a tutty. The return, he breaks one. Can he find some acceleration? No. 24 seconds. "24 seconds left. 3 timeouts for House. House has some time. He yams that to the corner. It's 50. Oh, that could have ended it. Clark drops it. Empty again for House. Floats it to the corner again. This is caught. Nick Mixon. They are now in yam range. And they're going to review this. But Mixon caught this. Come on now. Come on, that's a catch. What are we doing? They wanted a free timeout, I guess.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So at the 34, 14 seconds left. They have 3 timeouts. They could get a good 3 or 4 plays out of this. House takes his time. 3-man rush. Dumps that off to Brandon. Trying to get a little more. Sadiqui on the tackle. 8 seconds. House empty again. They need a touchdown here. Dumping it, dink and dunk is not going to work. Here we go. Last play of the game. Can they get another yam to win the game? House drops back. And Sadiqui gets some. They don't get it off. And that's it. 000. Fresno State is headed to the Rose. USC came back, but Chadley Brown delivers the finishing strike. And Coach Kennelly and Chadley Brown are headed to Pasadena, where they will see Nebraska in the semifinals with a chance to go to the national championship. Unreal game, as we are going to head to our last quarterfinal of the day, which is going to be the Sugar Bowl between Coach Flame and Baylor and Coach Nick in Tennessee. We'll see you there. Unreal. I have to go in and watch that play. How did he catch that touchdown? USC, their first playoff appearance since the turn into the NCAA 14 era. It feels like it got cut a little bit short. But what this does, folks, is it guarantees a user will win the national championship. They'll be getting a package sent to their house. And it's a special trophy, man. You're going to get the East Carolina logo, the commissioner's logo on that trophy. I cannot believe that's such a funny celebration. He catches the oh my god, what a catch. Look at that. What a yam. Fresno State and Nebraska with a chance to go to the Natty. Coach Zach never beaten the Mickey Mouse allegations, only facing G5s. All right, let's take a look here. Scoring summary. I mean, it was back and forth. This was a ball buster. It really felt like USC was going to run away with it. But Fresno State, man, they hung with it. So let's view this replay here. This is the game winner. The definition of on your dome. Chadley Brown against a team that recruited him heavily. He had the time, and he... Oh my god, dude. How do you miss that? What are you doing? Oh my god, he didn't even catch it at the peak. He just yoink. Oh. Sarnecki is sick. That's Simpkins. I can't believe it. All right, so let's take a look at USC first. Terrence House, 24-28. A fantastic day despite the 2 interceptions. Had him in it at the end. Sanders, you would have liked him to do a little bit more, but hey, you can't really complain. Maybe House running it a bit better. I mean, the receivers played a really nice role here. But for defense, Dylon Sarnecki, he probably declares his final game. A lot of TFLs here. The 2 sacks. No interceptions. The deflections, only 1 for Simpkins. And who's number 28? Who got the dome shot? It's Chris Cook. Trotwood, Ohio. Cook got cooked as he gives up the game winner. A complete and utter mossing. So let's take a look now at Fresno State. Chadley Brown putting it in his hat for that logo. 28-33, 243, 2 tutties. Running the ball, they did not have a good day. They've got to be able to run the ball better if you want to beat Nebraska. But they got it done when it mattered most. Michael Williams, Fred Hart. Couple of yam shots. Matt Reed had a day. This defense was incredible. If Tango Siddiqui plays like this, they have a chance. This is an SFA player. He's regressed heavily. He was a 4-star, and he is still cooking. They had 5 total sacks in this game. They had the 2 interceptions from Cole. If you can get things like that rolling, you're playing against a tough quarterback, Julius Swain, but he does throw picks. This could be an interesting semifinal game. So I know you guys are both watching, Fresno and Zach. So if you guys can go in that committee channel where you pick the time, you guys get first priority since Fresno State's the higher seed. So we have a game at 7 p.m. on Thursday and a game at 8:30 p.m. All times are Eastern. So which slot do you want? Do you want that first slot or that second slot? Fresno State gets priority, but you guys can talk about it. Pick the slot you want. 7 p.m. Eastern on Thursday or 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, as this is a Fresno win. Unreal. So, guys, we'll be back for the game you guys all want to see, the Sugar Bowl between Coach Nick and Coach Flame. Will be coming here shortly. I got to edit their playbooks and stuff, so I'll be back here in a little bit. Peace. Thank you so much for watching.